Hey fellow woodcutters, Topsaw here in the high school wood shop. We've got these beautiful Buckeye donations, maybe 3 foot long or less. Beautiful staining and color in them. Thinking we'd make charcuterie boards, but also do it on the CNC as well. So on this block of wood right here, I'm gonna kind of run through how to make a charcuterie board out of this on a CNC wood router. There it is. Sure is beautiful. This one. Okay, now that I got a square corner on here, checking the length. We'll probably go 16. I write down 16 by, we'll call this the top right there. So I got a line there. So 16 by 9 3/4. 9 3/4. And then I want to use calipers for the thickness. Now it's 1.30. So I got 16 by 9 3/4 by 1.30. That will always be X, Y, and Z. And then now that I have that top line there, I am going to take some of this off. So I'm going to mark this side. Then I'm going to find my center of stock, go and corner my pencil mark to corner over here. Draw that on there. And then corner to corner. So that's going to be it right there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to keep this whole shape, and all I'm going to do is put a blood groove in the center of this, and then I'm going to break all these corners to make it all natural edge. And I think the coupling of a blood groove in here might be super cool. It'd be really cool if I get the blood groove to go up here and down, but I'm going to have to keep track of my geometry. So I think I'm going to try and just run a blood groove in here like this. And I might kind of make it a little bit irregular on that top, but straight, straight, straight. All right, let's go get on the computer and see what we got. The important thing we're taking the computer is our dimensions of our stock, and that we're starting in 0, 0 is the center of stock. Right, now we're going to go ahead and draw it in Vcarve Pro. Vectric software, I start right here. Create new file. Then in that window, I set my job size. My board is 16 by 10 with the calipers 1.3 thick. So that's 1.3. I'm only doing a single-sided project up here. It's important right here. We're calling the datum center of board. So that's the center of board. And 0 is on the surface of the material. High resolution, material settings, we'll call it birch. That looks good. There's my board. I could use the scroller mouse to zoom in and out. Now what I want to do is create a rectangle right here. Create rectangle. Where is that rectangle centered? It's centered at 0, 0, because my datum right here is the origin 0, 0. I'm going to make that rectangle 1 inch in, 14 by 8, and then create. So there's my rectangle. Now that part goes up a little bit here, so I'm going to drawing that triangle with the line. So this is going to be all creating objects. So a line's going to be here. Draw a line. I'm going to start on that point. I'm going to go up 2 inches, click, then come in here at an angle of about 24 degrees. So right there, and then click. I'm going to hit enter, and then close. So there's my triangle part. Then I want to edit this line right here off. I'm going to go to my scissors, and when they turn there, I'm going to just cut that line. Remember that board was inside of that elbow going up right there, so that's it. So now my geometry is all done. Well, actually, now I take that back. Let me put some fillets in there. So I drew my geometry. Now I'm going to edit. I'm going to put fillets, a 1-inch fillet on all my corners, little check mark on that vertex. Fillet that. And there's that fillet, so there's a bump out right there. Now my geometry is all done. Next thing I'm going to do after my geometry is created is go to my tool pathing. So I'm going to go up here, tool path, clicking on that little pin is going to hold it there. I'm going to do a profile. I'm going to start at 0. I'm going to call it 0.2 deep for my blood groove. And then I want to select my mill. I'm actually going to use a 1/2 inch mill here. Go through these settings here. Feed rate 50, plunge rate 25. Those are all good. I'm actually going to go on my line itself. So I hit on here. I'm going to use a climb cut right here. And then that all looks good there. And then calculate my tool path. I forgot to select it, so I have to click my geometry. It all goes pink all the way around. I hit calculate. I could watch it get run. It's outside my board because that rectangle is inside. Reset preview if I'm going to do any changes. Select that profile right there. And then that's my tool path. Then last step, I'm just going to post it. So save tool path, I hit that. The Forest, that's the large CNC. That's the post processor. I'm going to put this on a flash drive and then open it up on the computer in the shop. Okay, we've got our Buckeye board fixtured down, got some screws outside of the periphery, and I got another screw right there, and then I'm going to round that off to get rid of the hole. Got a 1/2 inch ball end mill on there. Now what I need to do is 0 it out on the screen. So under the jog setting, I'm going to go fast, use the controls, move it around, bring it over my center spot. And then I'm going to 0 my Z with the touch off plate. So this thing right here, touch off plate, I'm going to put it under there. It'll touch off of that and find my Z setting. On the computer, it's under set, right up here, set Z0. You sure you want to do that? Yes, I do. Let's see what it looks like. Coming down. So I don't know if you can see it there. So it touched off of there. This thing's 0.5. It's 0.1 above. So it set it at 0.6. So we'll just 0 X and Y on the center. Sanded down to about 240. A little bit of butcher block oil on there. Things looking beautiful. There it is, all finished. Darkened up with that oil. Looks cool. I kind of like the natural edge with the blood groove. Crazy grain. All right, thanks for watching.